Yo, what's up YouTube BX? It's your boy Daddy Easy here, ipod jailbreak hacker, otherwise known as Only Using Me Tomahawks, and I got a nice little comparison for y'all right now. Now this is the long-awaited 3DS XL versus the PS Vita. Now I wasn't going to do this comparison because of getting this 3DS XL. It was a big letdown from day one. I came to many problems on towards it. Many problems. I actually got in contact with other YouTubers. I asked them about some of the problems that they was having about it before I actually did this comparison. I wanted to make sure that I went over my Q&As and all my questions and my answers towards them. Make sure it wasn't just my device. As I went up towards them and asked them a couple of questions, they all had the same problems that I'm coming in, and it's a big problem, and that's the reason why I wasn't going to really do it. But I have a lot of people that's basically sending out messages saying do a PS Vita versus the 3DS XL, and off the back, like I said in previous my videos, that I wasn't going to really buy it, but I just brought it, and like I said, it's a big letdown. So let's open up the PS Vita and the 3DS XL. Open up the XL right now. We got that open. You turn on the PS Vita right now. You want slide to unlock, and there we go right there. So we got both of them open right now. So I'm going to read the 3DS and 3DS XL screen resolution and CPU. So the 3DS and 3DS XL CPU is a 1 GHz dual core ARM11 CPU chip, and the PS Vita is a 2 GHz quad core ARM Cortex A9 chip. That's basically the same thing as the iPhone 4S chip. So now we're going to talk about the screen resolution and screen size. Now the 3DS XL, we're not talking about the 3DS, we're talking about the XL. And the 3DS XL screen resolution is a 4.88-inch LCD autoscopic 3D screen. Now the screen resolution is 800 by 240, and it's WQVGA resolution, so you're not going to get a lot of that crispiness. This does have a filter on it for the sun blur, so when you're outside in the sun, you won't get a lot of that blur and stuff on it when you're outside, like the previous 3DS was able to do. So the PS Vita screen resolution is a 5-inch multi-touch OLED 22 DPI screen. The resolution for this one is at 960 x 544 resolution. So as you know, it's a little bit, I say about no more than like a centimeter, about 2-3 centimeters, a little bit bigger than the 3DS XL. When you put it together, it actually look like the 3DS XL screen is a little bit bigger, but actually the PS Vita is actually a little bit bigger. So it was said that the 3DS XL, you're supposed to get a little bit more hours up towards it. Now, the 3DS, I know you're supposed to get up to 3 to 5 hours of Nintendo gameplay. And then you get 5 to 8 hours when you play DS games. When you play 3DS games, you get that 5 hours with the 3DS games. Now, the XL, you get to 3, 6, or 5 hours on 3DS games and 5 to 8 hours on Nintendo DS games. So that's something right there. But on a PS Vita, you get up to 5 to 6 hours battery life completely altogether. So that's what you get automatically right there when you're playing your games on the PS Vita right there in the 3DS. So now what we're going to talk about is, I can't really do a comparison towards this. It's just, I don't want to do a comparison really towards this situation because people might think I'm being biased towards it. I'm not being biased. I'm telling you exactly how it is. I'm telling you from what I played and what I know with the 3DS and the Vita. Now, off the top, PS Vita, it has games, but it doesn't have a large game factor out. Gotta still remember, the PS Vita is still new. A lot of the new games is coming out this Christmas time, so they releasing a lot of games like Call of Duty Declassified. That's coming out. Now we just got a software update for the PS Vita. If I put this in front of y'all right now, we're actually able to control the PS Vita using the D-pad now instead of swiping like this. Now we're able to do this. They actually added a function into it now that you can play your PS1 games. Now you actually play your PS1 games on your PS Vita. Now you're actually able to use your PS Vita as a controller on your PlayStation 3 now to control your PlayStation 3. It's still a lot of stuff beyond it. Now you're able to do it. It's just they still working on the tweaks and stuff on that for the PS3, so you can actually use it. I believe there's a software update coming out for the PS3. I know somewhere in a couple of days, and so on like that. But you're able to have a lot of stuff. And what I like about the PS Vita is, off the back, they give you a lot of social networking things that the 3DS does not have. You have your Facebook, your Twitter, your Skype, your Flickster, and your YouTube. That's something that the 3DS, Nintendo, does not have, and they lack. They need to listen to the people and be able to pick up what they have to pick up, so you can get your 3DS software running. Now with this, what I like about this, let's just scroll down. As you can see, I can use my analog stick or the D-pad to control it. Now this is the part where people like, on the Nintendo part, you have photos and be able to capture stuff in video on the 3D mode, but you're unable to import pictures and videos into your Nintendo 3DS, which really sucks. I don't know if you can import your own pictures onto it. I know if you take a picture from another 3DS and transfer whatever, how the way you do it, I know that's the only way you can do it. But personally, putting pictures in, I don't even know if you can put it on there. I've tried done it multiple times. You're not able to. You able to put music inside it. That's the only two features. Putting your own videos onto it, you can't do it. Netflix, yes, it has Netflix. So those are the two features that you really have in the music. Only thing you don't really have is video playback, to put your own video stuff onto it. But application wise, it does have Netflix, like you see right here. This says Netflix, and if I click on this right here, it's going to show Netflix on both of the devices. So when we go back, we're going to talk about applications now. The only thing that I really don't like that Nintendo does, they try to charge you for applications. Now the PlayStation Store, they give you free applications free of charge. It's yours forever. You don't have to pay for it. It's there to get. Boom, once it's inside the PlayStation Store, it's yours. You get a lot of applications to go off on the tab. We got maps, remote play, paint. This is some of the stuff that they give you right off the top once you get your PS Vita. The AR cards, we get a little bit of stuff. That's what the 3DS already has. Now let's talk about demos. I kind of like deleted some of my demos off of my Vita. Here's some more applications. This is one thing the Nintendo 3DS lacks, is that they don't have things that you can really communicate with a lot of your friends. They have minis and stuff like that you can talk, but they don't got party chat or group messaging and other stuff that you basically need to socialize with stuff, music player, videos, and stuff like that. They don't really have that. They lack of that back time. Now let's talk about the demos, like I was saying before I got cut off and turned off to and started talking about other things. So demos on the 3DS sucks. They only give you a certain amount of times that you can play with your demos. For example, let's click on this real quick. Let's go into my demos, and as you can see, it tells you your remainders, how many times you have left to play it. Spider-Man, I can't even play Spider-Man no more, because the simple fact is my son, he played the crap out of this demo, that I can't even play the demo to even try to test it on it. And if it's a demo, you should be able to play a demo. Every console that you own, PlayStation 3 or Xbox, they allow you to download a demo and use that demo as long as you want. You can play as long as you want, forever. It's there. They don't give you a reminders or remaindings how many times you have left to play a game. Nintendo need to fix the act on top of that. So on top of that, the PS Vita has so much more features than the 3DS XL. Now the reason why I really want to do this comparison, because off the top, out of taking it out of the box, I reviewed it, I did it within 1 week's time. And now, to tell you the truth, I don't use my PS Vita really often right now, because the simple fact is I play games on it, but I've been waiting for updates to come on, so I haven't been touching my Vita really not much. I've been playing Metal Gear once in a blue, but I used the whole week since the 3DS XL came out to actually see how the Nintendo 3DS XL is going to work. So I've played it for a week, taking very good care of it, not really letting nobody touch it. It's been on my desk in my office for the last couple of days. When I play it in my office in an area that I know that is secure, that nothing's going to happen to it. And within using the game and keeping this console either closed or opening it up once in a blue just to play the games and playing other things that I need to use the AR parts, I came into a lot of problems. Now off the back of opening up the 3DS XL, I came to one of these issues right here, and one of the issues was the volume on towards the 3DS XL. Now the volume on it is very, very low. For example, if I was to turn this up, you're not able to really hear this, and the volume is very, very low. Now if I was to bring my 3DS, my original 3DS, on top of it, you're gonna notice you're gonna be able to hear it a lot louder. So hold on for me for 1 second. Let me grab my 3DS and I'm gonna compare that to the original one. Okay, y'all, sorry about that. So we got my 3DS right here. We got Pokemon Sun right here. So what I'm gonna do is go to demos real quick. I don't have nothing inside my demos. We're just gonna go right here. And if I was just to do this real quick, let's see. If I was just to do, let's just go to Pokédex real quick. And I'm gonna go to the Pokédex on the XL. Okay. So I'm gonna just go to the Pokédex on my 3DS. See, and that's the problem. I already downloaded the software. It's on my 3DS right here. As you can see, it's on there, and I'm having issues completely with it. It's telling me that I need to go back into the eShop and re-download it, the software again, and it's already on my system, which I have no idea why I did it. Volume on it, like I said, the volume on this, you hear is actually loud when I go into the Nintendo store, and it's just off the top. The volume on this was actually bad. Comparison it, let's just go to something real quick. Let's go to Resident Evil real quick. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my microphone on my Yeti. I'm going to turn it all the way up so you might hear some popping, but I'm going to want y'all to be able to hear the audio on full surround sound. Okay, so I got my Yeti microphone turned up to a different volume quality. Okay, so you hear it right there. I turned it on right there. You can see the screen is actually a bit bigger. Just move it in for you a little bit closer.
Resident Evil Revelations.
Okay, we're gonna hit campaign. We're gonna continue it.
Previously on Resident Evil Revelations. This is the TMS virus. We are equipped to infect 1/5 of the Earth's waters. Terrorists. Now they want to use the virus to stage another attack. Seek the truth about Terra Grigia.
So as you can hear right there, there's the volume on it. So we're gonna close this out real quick. Click OK. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the cartridge out of 3DS XL, and I'm gonna extend it over my video footage time. So we got the 3DS right here. So I'm gonna go back to the Resident Evil gameplay on my regular one. Trying to exit out. I'm gonna just do Resident Evil real quick. Okay, so we're gonna just press start on here just to speed this thing up a little quicker, because I am going exceeding my time that I have on here.
revelations. This is the TMS virus. We are equipped to infect 1/5 of the Earth's waters. Terrorists. Now they want to use the virus to stage another attack. Seek the truth about Terra Gracia.
And there we go right there. So I'm going to put my microphone back and you might hear a little bit of popping sound. Okay, y'all. So that's it right there. That's my video right there. Comparison towards the 3DS XL. Now, I don't even have to do a volume test on it. Y'all basically know it from the top from playing my previous PlayStation Vita games right there. And so that's basically what I was telling y'all. I ain't really want to do a comparison, but off the top, this is one of the problems that I was saying I was having. After getting it playing, as you can see, there's a lot of wobble onto it. As you can see right there. As you can see, there's a lot of wobble onto it. So if I was to shake this, look at the wobble. And it's not completely on the hinges anyway. And I got to take this back to the store to get another 3DS XL because of this situation. Because I'm afraid it might break. That wobble is not secure and it might break sometimes. I don't know if it's cutting into the speaker part that's actually making the Vita feel, the 3DS feel like that it's unstable. Like I said, the speakers parts is not as loud as the 3DS. Got that wobbling and there's a lot of problems going towards it. So that's the comparison. As you see, I really didn't do nothing towards the PS Vita. It was basically showing you everything for the 3DS XL. So it's your boy Daddy Easy, iPod Jailbreak Hacker. Only use me Tomahawks, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.